Witness the power of Go!
Stars, shine for me.
Everybody stand back! Take flight! Sakura swirl!
Not now.
Get out of here! Take cover!
Call, mine's a command.
Get out of here! Take cover! Rain outlines your... Whirling snow!
The night is cold.
Take flight!
I doubt that the appearance of those monsters was wholly random. A ley line anomaly, perhaps. Okay.
What? You're going alone?
Your suspicions are as banal as... Not to mention that if even forest rangers are capable of investigating...
Fair enough. Good thing there's a bonfire over there.
Adventure time! Out of the way! No, my sword! Out of the way!
Your cooking is as good as ever. Even if there was no other reason, the food alone would be enough for Paimon to stick with you. Changing the subject. We came together, but now it's back to just being the two of us again. You know, so... Don't take this the wrong way or anything, but... Oh, you stop it! Now you're embarrassing, Paimon. So, next question. Don't know if it's okay to ask... The... stars? Wow. Yeah. Paimon understand, but we'll find the truth together. Sure as Paimon's your guide. Just you wait, Heavenly Principles, and you too, Teyvat. You know what? We've talked too long about this sad stuff. All right. It's getting dark, so why don't you rest? Paimon will take first watch. Don't worry. Oh, come on! Don't say that! Paimon just... Nighty-night. Go on, chew. Off to sleep.
Hey, time to wake up. The sun has risen. What a deep sleeper. Tears? All right.
Halt! What do you think you're doing? This place is not whatever you think it is. Your travel companion. Your companion departed for... What business is that of yours, Do I make myself quite clear? leave. Well, what are you waiting for? I've been observed. Still, I'm warning you. No. Okay, fine. Whatever. You... But no overreacting to anything you see in here, okay? Come on, then. Mind your... How could he be? He was too young, so don't you lay a finger on him. Just... Huh? You know Conria? Do you worship a god, traveler? Sounds like you've had an eventful life. I apologize for... And all who place faith in the gods are... That may be... This wretched curse of immort... The curse. We lost our home. All we can do is watch helplessly. Because, although Conria began with us, any who forsook their gods and came to Conria were welcomed as our... When the cataclysm came, we pure-blood but those whose ancestry... He is Caribert. I was an... Then, one day, Caribert faced... After all that, I always owed him much, and now... She was... We were separate. It could be worse. And now, if nothing else... Yes, that reminds me, Over here. I'm sure you're wondering why I... Well, it's one which will help him to recover his... I do not hope to break the curse, but it is said that this medicine is imbued with the power of... I believe that it might just work. I read about it in my youth. I disliked the life of nobility. The gods have already punished us. Never mind. As it happens, my hands don't have the dexterity they once did. Okay. Also, do you have any, of Sumeru's regional specialties on hand? Oh, wonderful! This is the method for... Is it done? In all honesty, I do not... Well, the moment has finally arrived. No! I said before that this meant... Which means... we must pay... Let's go.
Rain outlines your...
My guiding star.
Look at this God of Wisdom! I will utter no you and your... You. God of Wisdom, my son. If everything then I... All I ask, please, God. I...
No, my sword! Let's light it!
The night is cold.
Caribert? Well, we've prepared. Caribert, it's me. It's your father. Caribert. Caribert. I'm sorry I couldn't be at your side, but I'm here now. Are you still angry with me? I know you're awake. I'm so sorry, Caribert. Forgive me. Please. Please. Oh, gods above! You took... I'd give you my very life if only you cared to take it! But you won't even... The gods of this world have never stood with humanity, not even for a moment. Other reasons. Huh. You really think so? Give up? No. Even if I must stay here with him for 50 years. Let's go. The most crucial ingredient in this medicine is the unusual... The details don't matter, right? There is a waterfall near the statue. I'll be here, watching Caribert. Good. Ah, you're back. Caribert's condition is stable. By which I mean he... Anyway... I need you to stand guard here for a while. Whatever you do. Ah, good.
Rain outlines your fate. Huh?
My guiding star!
Let me weave you a bird. Teamwork is dreamwork! My apologies! Coming Santalat! Submit!
Don't be scared. Not now.
Rain outlines your...
My guiding stars! Stars!
Whirling snow! Sakura swirl!
The night is cold.
Witness the power of Guhua! Take flight! I'm going in! Let's light it up!
Don't be scared. Not now.
My apologies!
What happened? Was it monsterlizer? The effects can take... Next, we pick the mushrooms and repeat the same steps as before to... Oh, sorry. I have been so... I do indeed. That's why it was just a fleeting thought. Back to the statue of the Seven. We're here. Wait a moment. Hey, what was that? Caribert! Oh no, he must have left while... Come on! That's not Caribert. Right. Caribert's scarf. My eyes must be going. Ah, yes. Yes. Did it go in here? What a ghastly place. Huh. It looks like there... I've never seen anything... Oh...
Whirling snow! No, my sword! Rain outlines your fate. Take flight!
Is this a teleportation device? What energy is powering it?
Teamwork is dreamwork! Huh?
The night is cold. Cold.
My apologies! Kamisato art! Sumetsu! Whirling snow! Let me weave you a verse. No, my son! Let's light it up!
My guiding stars. Don't be scared.
Witness the power of
Cold. Mine to command. The night
Take flight! Embrace the ice!
How did I get on the ceiling? Did the room turn upside down, or gravity itself? It seems like I need to find a place to insert the rune.
Whirling snow!
Humans, fate has not granted you the right to end. Do you insist on an audience? Very well. Then I grant you the trial.
Rain outlines your fate. Let's light it up!
Stars, shine for me.
Not rain cutter. My apologies. Yeah! Everybody stand back!
The night is cold.
Sakura swirl! Whirling snow!
Don't be scared.
Conquers all!
Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork! Rain outlines your fate.
Not now.
Let's light it up!
Stars, shine for me.
Let's light it up! Everybody stand back!
Who was that? He was a perfect... He had the most one... And yet, you were able to Let's continue on. I find myself...
Adventure time!
think we've made it.
Oh, dear creature. Oh, dear creature. You are like a flower, born in sin. You need no longer hold back your resentment, nor accept the countless lies. Go forth, become a transcendent one, and I shall shed a tear at the end of time, as I gaze back.
What? When I saw that thing, my heart was... I feel good. In fact... is... Caribert! Oh, thank goodness! I have a strain for this to happen. Right at the moment when I was... You say that I bowed before that thing, so perhaps... I have to try. No matter what, you said it yourself. I have to exhaust all options.
Papa?
Caribert! Oh! You see? Mama is...
Of course.
Yeah. How do you feel?
Yes. It feels like I just woke up from a long... Papa!
Don't panic, son. It's just... There's no more Conry here. In this world, you have to be
Am I...
No, of course not. Look, Caribert, you still have Mama's scarf on. Yes. Oh, and, never take... Understand? What...
Okay, Papa.
Not since that day have I been... I knew that placing my... Once a murderer, always a murderer. But the god we saw in that cave, that wondrous... Now then, piety is hardly my... A sinner? Oh, don't be absurd. You and I have both... No matter. I am going to pay my respects with or without you.
start. Surrender!
Not now.
Huh?
Cole, mine to
No, my sword! Teamwork is strength!
my guiding star.
Take flight! Let me weave you a verse. Let's light it up!
No! Impossible! The Hilichurl worshippers have Was it all an illusion? That's true. Yes, it can't have. It was neither illusion nor coincidence, and let's go, traveler. There is surely a reason for its disappearance, and I do believe that someday in the future, could he really have been? Caribert? Where has he gone? Oh, no, no, no. Maybe someone else came by. No, it can't have been that. There's no sign of a break-in and no sign of any... This does not bode well. What if he's spotted by a... Wait a minute. This... Oh, no. The mirror! It's broken! He must have taken his mask off. And... if he'd just done as he was told! We have to find him. It's his scarf. Looks like we're going the right way. Come on. Caribert! Caribert! Where are you? Curses! Forest Rangers.
Hey! Who are you? We haven't seen you around here before. What's your business here?
Have you seen a, Hilly?
I asked you first.
I said, have...
Hey, whoa! There are Hilichurls everywhere.
Exactly. Matter of fact, we just took out a few of them back there.
You Forest Ranger scum!
You're raving mad!
Curse you all, Forest Rangers!
I don't get it. Why make such a...
He'd only just regained his mind. So tell me, Forest...
Jeez. You're really not gonna let this go. I was frightened at first, but it didn't seem to have any interest in me at all.
Yes!
Wait, you're leaving? Not even a...
Caribert! Caribert, stop! Whatever you saw, it was... I told you. Caribert? How could this happen? Come! Caribert! We have to...
Papa...
Caribert!
Papa, I can't take it.
Please, Caribert! It's my fault! I'm so sorry. If only I'd known.
It's all too much. Papa!
Finally. Ah, traveler. Wait, no. Why am I still calling you? Oh, of course you haven't. In any case, I've been using my real name, Clotar Alberic. You saw it too, didn't you? I am positive now. It's the power of the... At long last, I have seen it with my... That is no business of yours. A sinner. Yes, Caribert did not deserve his fate, but now... It's wonderful. Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the loop. Huh? Sinister. Oh, I never imagined that... We once believed that you would... To us, you were the... And the one who controls the abyss. We yearned for that. But what did you bring us? Oh, Prince.
What did he just call me?
Traveler! Hey, Traveler! Traveler!
You're awake! Oh, thank goodness you're awake! Paimon was worried sick!
What happened while you were unconscious? I checked the ley lines nearby. It appeared information and memories flow within the ley line. You mean Clotar after founding the Abyss Order, but the curse of immortality continued to torment. After 100 years, yet his dark legacy lived on. You could say that.
Are you alright? You have a trouble...
So you saw his memories from centuries ago, through your own eyes. It all but defies belief. Still, as I'd suspected, the notion of the loom of fate did indeed rear its head during that, and it seems closely connected to Clotar Alberic's son, Caribert. And yet your brother never breathed a word of this incident to me. I wonder, was that... Indeed. Clearly this... What is it?
The field? What?
You mean here?
You scared the Duke out of Paimon! Did you rebury them yet?
A male and female Interestingly, the male skeleton appears to have been interred much later. But what does this mean? And how did you know that there were What? Unless... Clotar Albert... This all raises far too many questions. We should part...
Huh? You're just gonna leave?
It's better that we split up for now. I think that he...
Who's he?
Yes. I have my suspicions as to his identity. If the time is right, I will...
But what do you mean that he saw the travel?
I fear that while these things would limit anyone else, they are no...
What? Why? What?
All right, let's leave it there.
There goes Dane. What is it? Huh? Consciousness had been trapped by the... So much time has already passed since then. Paimon just hopes this peace will last a long time. And then Nahida won't have any more... Yeah, guess you're... Come to think of it, maybe it's all because of you. Maybe you're just a magnet for trouble. Huh? Me? Anyway, for Nahida's sake...
Ah, look who it is. Running into you in a place like this? I can see you two still love wandering around.
Oh, it's deep, but never mind that. What brings you here?
I just finished a commission in the desert for a usual client of mine. Nothing too... That's when I saw you two all the way over there, chatting away. Huh? Can't say I saw that coming. Bumping into you like this will become a rarity. I'm starting to feel sad just thinking about it. Hey, how about I gather a few...
Thanks, but no need. Oh.
Sounds good. All you need to do to get to Fontaine is cross this stretch of desert and navigate some waterways. No. So, when are you leaving?
Oh, wait a sec. Paimon just remembered there are still...
I see. Guess, though, now that I...
By the way, should we go say bye? Oh,
Then, I guess this is goodbye for now.
Goodbye, dear. Bye-bye, Sumeru.
Rain outlines your...
Don't be scared.
Embrace the ice! My apologies!
After crossing all that sand and water, we finally made it! Oh, this must be Fontaine's port! Wow! Everything looks so advanced in Fontaine! Just seeing the sights as a tourist is nice, but maybe it would be better. What do you think? Good idea! Seeking out the seven is probably still our best... Yeah! The more we... So... What... To learn about a nation's god, start with the nation's people. There seems to be some locals talking over there. Let's go see if we can join the party.
If you ask me.
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending for him. I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for his family. I was expecting a sudden plot twist, but it's a pity that...
Excuse me. Can I help you too?
Hi.
Play? Oh, no.
Really? Like...
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they? And what you see in reality may... Whether something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing is whether the story being acted out on the stage... Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here. You probably don't know that...
But,
No worries. Other visitors... And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have the... As well as the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, a machine created by the Archon. Between the machine and the Chief Justice, false charges and injustice are a thing of the past.
Oratrice? Is it some kind of machine, too? Oh, wait. I almost forgot to ask you our question.
Oh, that's easy. Just go to the opera house.
I think what they mean... In that case, I'm afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to make an appointment.
Huh. Is the Hydro Archon...
No. Lady Farina seldom takes an interest with a nation.
That's right. After all...
Huh. First time Paimon's ever heard... Wait! Paimon gets now! The Hydro Archon is...
Yeah, I suppose you could say that.
Hang on. This is still Fontaine's Archon.
Yes, you're right. I guess...
Come on. Sure, there's a lot of laws here.
All right, I think we get it. Thank you! At least we now know that we can find the Hydro Archon, but who knows how long making an appointment will take? Hey! What are you looking over there for? Huh. Maybe something's the matter. She isn't going to jump into the water, is she? Maybe we better go check on her.
About many things, actually. I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would...
You're pointing at the sea.
No, people call the waters around Fontaine a sea. It's actually just an inland lake that's filled with fresh water. And no, I can still see that hill clearly in my memories. Now, it's been He would skip and jump, tossing sand in the wind. But now, the water is gradually swallowing our memories. It won't be long.
Sir!
Ah, I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Are you Lynette's new friends?
Oh!
Thanks for looking after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about our childhood. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be travelers from abroad.
Nice to meet you! Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine. We were just talking with your sister. Even though we didn't really...
I see. It's unusual for Lynette to be so willing to talk with anyone. In fact...
Oh, really? Then you two are just like us! Paimon's always the one talking for some reason. So that's how you think it...
I also think my brother can be too talkative at times.
So, what did Lynette mean to...
Oh, that. Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of uncertainty. Where to begin? Let's put that question on hold for a moment.
Did all the introductions earlier not...
Hello, traveler. And hello, Paimon.
Hey! Why didn't Paimon get a handshake?
Please, don't take offense.
Oh! Well, by the way, we were just getting ready...
So you're going to see Lady Farina? No problem at all. Please, follow me. You said you were going to see Lady Farina?
So, she's the Hydroarch?
My dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all, raise your glasses in celebration. If you don't have one, then just raise your hand in lieu. As you can all see, two unfamiliar travelers have arrived in our nation. Come, let us make a toast in honor of this traveler and her companion who have journeyed here from distant lands.
Is she talking about us?
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you left in your wake as you visited other... Fear is for insignificant cowards. Of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do. I, Focalor, hereby welcome you to the nation of Hydro and acknowledge the value and significance of your trip.
Yeah, Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like we've only been... But the Hydroarchon's entrance was... How should Paimon describe it? Miss Hydroarchon? How did you know we were coming?
I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding. You had best stop and consider. Do you...
Whoa. Talk about sounding high and mighty.
Oh? What's with these looks?
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady Farina. Wait, does this mean they're the legendary blonde traveler?
Hey, what's all the commotion? Oh,
of course. That's the blonde.
Ooh, I've got to see this.
You may consider this my reward to,
Now she wants to fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Are you not afraid? Might I remind you that this is a duel against the divine?
What are you trying to do, Traveler? Provoking a god in front of her people?
Stand down, Clorend. I admire... Unfortunately, people nowadays only crave to be thrilled, and a mere duel...
Yeah, she's right. Just a duel with...
On Araneus, criminals are always requesting duels to defend their honor.
You see. Then, as the...
All right!
Right. This is Fontaine, after all.
Why do you care so much about the crowd's reactions? Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in court?
Oh, according to Fontaine law, no one is permitted...
Oh, so that's what they've done wrong.
You call that obvious?
Precisely! Now, if you two have no objections...
My apologies, Lady Farina. I don't mean to... I don't think that Paimon here meets the definition...
You tell her, Linny! Finally someone who's not crazy!
Great magician, Linny. My...
As a magician, so, with such an audience gathered...
Ta-da!
What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did you do that?
There. As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well...
Huh? You call...
I'm not sure what...
Amusing. Very amusing.
Performance?
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. But when there are valid but even the gods of other lands. I look forward to seeing your upcoming performance at the Opera House, Miss...
Unpredictable Archon Paimon's ever seen. You never even had a chance to ask her anything. But that's a problem for future Paimon.
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law, so I did a little preparation, just in case. I didn't think it would actually come in handy. So...
She can be a bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
Anyway... Paimon had no idea.
I just know a few simple tricks. It will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious stage in Fontaine, the Opera House.
But isn't the...
When there are no public trials being held, the Opera House hosts... And speaking of performances, I would be...
My brother's always excited to make new friends.
Oh, sure. We don't really have any...
Splendid. In that... You really mean it? This is a magical item known as a magic pocket.
Huh? What are they going to use it for?
About that... I'm not sure exactly when it began, but a prophecy... It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the nation of justice holds trial after trial, this sin cannot be absolved. Until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will rise, and the sinful people will slowly be drowned. In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
That sounds pretty gloomy. What?
There are lots of guesses. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings and offended Celestia. But here in Fontaine, evidence is what matters. There hasn't been concrete...
If even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they commit...
That's exactly what the people did at first. But in the last few years...
Many places have already been...
Many people carry on with their lives as before and shrug it off as a natural phenomenon. But my family and I think we hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. As a magical item, these magic pockets have astonishing capacity. I'm sure they will come in handy when...
Oh! Paimon gets it! It's like, prepare...
Perhaps only Now, if you'd like to help, then...
What's this? So you also believe in the prophecy.
What? You mean you don't believe in the...
No, I believe in the prophecy. The story says that people once lived in the ocean. But as time wore on, people desired to live on land. So, if you ask me, when the water rises and takes us all, it'll be like we're going home.
Oh, we hadn't heard that one before. But people...
All right, I'll take it. I guess I just feel that being dissolved into the water doesn't necessarily mean death.
So you're the blonde traveler that everyone's been talking about. My apologies for... Oh, a magic pocket? Seems you really thought of it. Thanks. Please, also thank the magician on my behalf when...
I don't want that thing. The way I see it, life is all about living in the moment.
You should still take it. You never...
Oh, all right, fine. Thanks. It's just that...
Oh? You already handed out all of the magic pockets? That was fast. Yes, but that will change once disaster strikes. I know they'll change their minds, so it's only right to help them prepare.
Is there anything else you need to do before...
Yes, one last thing. I have the magic pockets made by a workshop.
So, you want to collect material?
Oh, that would be much appreciated.
We have to use Hydro to collect for maritime flowers.
You made quick work of that. I can tell you're an experienced traveler. Maybe next time you'll feel like helping too, Lynette.
No way. I'm in power-saving mode today. Otherwise, I fear I may not have any energy left for the performance at the Opera House.
Fine. Though the performance is still a long way off. Now that we're...
So, we're going to the Court of Fontaine.
Wait, shh. Have you noticed that person over there? The young girl.
Huh?
She's... Magicians and thieves practice similar methods. We diverted... Watch her movements...
Oh, he's right!
Shh! Keep your voice down. We need to think of a way to catch her, but it seems she's very alert. You two can ride the lift over there and wait up top. All right.
Wanted us to wait. Oh, look! Isn't that her? Oh no! Did she notice us? What should we do? Should we chase her? You're right. She might also... Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Linny caught the thief. Yeah, let's go.
Are you sure that's all she took? You should check to make sure you're not
No, that was all. Oh, I can't think. Anyway, I should be going now.
Oh, were you returning what the thief had stolen?
That's right. Pity I wasn't able to catch her. She distracted me by dropping the thing she stole on the ground.
I saw the general direction she went, but Linny twisted his ankle, and I needed to make sure he was okay.
Oh, did you get hurt, Linny?
I'll be all right. It's just a twisted ankle, that's...
If you want to play at being a hero, at least try not to get hurt doing it.
You're right. I have to... But at least we were able to get the stolen items.
What a slippery little thief!
All right, let's...
This thing to go into the city? What an...
This is an aqua bus. It's pretty convenient, but the ride can become...
So you mean it's still boring, even when I'm...
No, that's not what I meant. It's just... Besides, it doesn't really feel like a real trip when it's...
Guess that's what it's like to be an older brother.
It's about time for us to leave.
What? Traveler! Paimon!
Charlotte!
Oh, I never guessed I'd bump into you while riding the Aquabus. What are you doing in Fontaine?
Yeah, it's quite the coincidence. But as travelers, though you still have no idea.
Oh, no need for introductions, Paimon. I would recognize the great magician Linny and his assistant Lynette I wouldn't be much of a reporter if I didn't know who they were. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Charlotte.
Nice to meet you. From the Steambird, huh? We've often relied on your paper to promote our performances.
It's an honor to meet you.
Now that everyone knows each other, So, what have you been up to lately?
Not too much. When there isn't any breaking news, I mainly cover the trials at the Opera House. You can still manage to keep readers' attention as long as you tell things from a clever enough angle, even if it's the same old topics. For example, reporting on how a scammer once deceived vulnerable girls into relationships, or how a financial criminal was once so poor that they ate a single piece of bread for 5 days. Ah, you're right. Seems you know me pretty well. Oh, I just remembered. I've been following a case.
You mean the serial disappearance?
That's right. These stories are the talk of the town right now, and it's if I'm the first with a draft ready to publish when the case is finally cracked. Oh, when that happens, I bet all...
So, what is that?
That's right. The first missing girl, and ever since, after a period of time, another... But the scariest part is that many suspects have been arrested over the years in connection with this case, but shortly after each arrest, another disappearance would always happen. Yes, it's possible. But either way, I believe that every case has
Yes, I agree. And at the very least, the family of those missing... I just imagined for a second what I would do if Lynette were to suddenly disappear. I'd pay any price to get her back, and then find a way to track down the culprit.
Please don't imagine that, Linny.
I really enjoyed chatting with you. Life should be full of pleasant little surprises.
Yeah, us as well.
I have an interview to get to.
Okay, Paimon hopes to...
Bye now. Oh, be sure to stop by.
What a tough job. Always running around and interviewing...
If you don't mind, how about we stop by my home first? Besides, I still have all the materials we collect.
Sure, we wouldn't mind at all.
A blade and...
This is our current abode. Ah, Fremine, you're home. Where did
Oh, they all just went out a moment ago.
I see. Everyone is getting busier now that Father will be returning soon. Allow me to introduce you to my little brother, Fremine. He is...
Hello.
Nice to meet you! Paimon is Paimon, and this is the
Linny, could you come here for a moment?
What is it, Fremine? Do you have something to tell me? Okay, I see.
Is everything all right?
Oh, it's nothing. We were just discussing a little housework. Sorry. Oh, before I forget, the Traveler and I collected more materials to make magic pockets.
Yes, I went diving and gathered lots of material.
That's our Fremine, always quick with the underwater work. All right, I'll take these to the work.
Looks like rain.
Oh, you're right. But wasn't it...
I'm afraid that's just how it is here. It often rains on days where there are trials being held in the Opera House, but don't worry, it'll clear up soon enough.
What's wrong, Fremine?
There's a legend about the rain that I tend... It said that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Though we don't know where the dragon went. When I was a child, my mother told me that if I wanted to go... Hydro Dragon! Hydro Dragon!
If it's an elemental dragon, then having the power to make it rain would... Let Paimon try something. Hydro Dragon! Hydro Dragon! Don't cry!
Doesn't seem to be of any use. It is just a legend after all.
You know, you might be a more popular magician if you understood the concept of romanticism.
Sorry, it might be because we've never met the Hydro Dragon. Perhaps it can't be... It rained for longer than I suspected.
Was there something you needed to do, Linny?
Yeah, some preparations for the show at the Opera House. I need to find a way... On the day of the performance, just ride the aquabus to the island of Araneus. I'll have...
are you leaving now?
What is it, Fremine? I'm in a hurry. Oh, Perhaps we could trouble the Traveler. I'm afraid that Fremine can be quite introverted. And the boss there tends to be pretty talkative. Fremine has always been a little afraid of her.
No trouble at all!
Sorry for the inconvenience. I'm quite useless when it comes to such tasks.
Oh, no need, no need.
Oh, hello there. New customers? Looking to buy, or do you need something made?
Oh no, we're just here to deliver some materials.
These must be for magic pockets. I could tell right away. I've already made several orders worth. No need. They've already prepaid several batches worth. When they told me what they'd be using them for, I even offered them a discount. But they insisted on paying the full amount, saying that I had a business to run. It seems both their hearts and their pockets are made of gold.
Whoa! So, is Linny actually loaded?
I can't say for sure, but who knows? Maybe there's good money to be made being a magician in Fontaine.
Hey! Is this machine what you use to make stuff here? looks
Why use your hands when a machine can do the work? It would be a waste not to use the latest technology. And wasting is a kind of crime.
But where does a big machine like that get its power from?
Well, it's a little complicated. I'm not sure I can put it in layman's terms, but basically, everything we usually use here in the city.
Huh?
Well, I'm not completely sure of all the details myself. When a trial is in session, the oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinale harvests people's belief in justice and converts it into energy to be used.
So that's what its other function. But Paimon. Oh yeah. So that means the Hydro Archon relies on the.
Even though I've never heard anyone really put it that way before. Besides indemnitium, we have another type of energy called. It isn't produced by the power of the.
I thought I'd find you hard at work, but here you are chatting the day away.
You again? Didn't I already promise you?
Yeah, but how do we know that you won't go running off?
Huh?
Seems business isn't so great for the workshop. We've already finished our.
Hey, hold on. Before you go around trying to collect payments, what? If Confrérie of Caribert wants to poach clients from Northland Bank, that's fine. But I'm afraid you still owe the bank a heft.
You're from Northland Bank.
Traveler, Paimon! I didn't think I'd run into you here in Fontaine. What are the chances?
We're surprised to see you too. What are you doing?
Long story short, I've already been. But it seems that fate brought our paths together today. Not only will I have some good friends here now, but ones who always seem to find trouble. Either way you look at it, it seems things are going to get a lot more interesting now.
Pretty sure we'd want to avoid anything that you'd find interesting.
Hey, you, Northland.
Don't interrupt. It's not often I run into the Traveler like this. Why don't you wait for me over
You kidding? Aren't you the one looking for us? You really expect... Listen to me, boy. If you want your more...
Hey, I just said not to interrupt. Oh, by the way, Traveler.
Hey! That's way over the line! All right, boys!
Can you at least let me finish one sentence? Fine. Though the bank told me not to get... You're the ones who started it. This is an act of self-defense. You two will have to be my witnesses, okay?
I'm sure this won't take long.
You can run, but you can't. No time to lose. Bring it on. Riptide.
The night is cold.
Oh, what's your deal, bro?
Oh. Huh?
Now's my chance!
Huh. That was weird. I'm not sure. It's as if I suddenly lost control of my hydro powers when I needed them. Maybe there's something wrong with my vision?
Strange. How could that happen? I've heard of someone losing control of their vision.
Never mind. It doesn't matter. If I want much on my vision anyway.
So what are you doing in Fontaine, child? And don't say it's work for North.
Well, I guess it's because I've been in a bad mood lately.
Huh? What kind of reason is that?
I don't know, but recently, there seems to be some sort of restless power stirring inside of me. And I don't know why, but every now and then I feel like I'm in a terrible mood.
Maybe you losing control.
That is a possibility. I can't remember if I ever mentioned it. The one who took me under her wing and taught me was named Skirk. She was always quiet and very mysterious. Nobody knew where she came from or what she had been through, and she was always very strict when teaching me combat techniques. One time, I asked her why she was willing to take me on as an apprentice. Because I had awakened it, and traces of it remained on me. She said that all my—
But what is it?
She never explained that. But my guess is that it's related to a dream I saw. In my dream, I was in the deepest depths of the sea.
A whale? Oh, that sounds familiar!
That's just an abstract form of a whale It takes that shape because the scene I dreamt of the whale has always been stuck in my mind. I'll never forget it.
So you used the whale as inspiration for one of your moves? So why don't you just go ask your master?
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced there. But it's been years now, and I've still found nothing.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm out of leads at this point, but there's nothing more I can do. It seems that— seems the time really flies when I'm talking with you.
What? More work?
No, it's more of a personal appointment. Lately, I've been—
Official champion duelist?
Yep, in Fontaine, before a criminal goes to court, they're given one chance to defend The champion duelists are all-powerful fighters so engaging in such a duel is regarded as a symbol of defending your honor. If a criminal manages to win the duel, they'll be and the worst-case scenario is that you're simply killed in the duel. Though it's rumored that Fontaine has a death penalty. So really, the only people who opt to duel are those who have suffered a grave injustice in being accused,
So, do many people actually get out of—
Apparently, it's exceedingly rare for anyone to actually win. Besides, none of the champion duelists are to be trifled with, which is exactly why I was itching. Apparently, the one I'm meeting today, Clarend, is the strongest of the champion.
Well, that's child for ya.
Oh, before I forget, I want you to have this.
Huh? Your
I'm just worried that it could become uncontrollable again. I'd be pretty upset if it got in the way of my duel. So, I think— Besides, I just need you to hold on to it for a short while.
Paimon knows what you're up to. You just want to—
Whatever gave you that idea?
That sneaky guy. He said— Well, since we don't have much— Wow! Who could have seen that coming? The reporter who was barely around for most of the story was the murderer all along! Sorry. Paimon was just surprised, that's all. Whew. Paimon never— The whodunits here in Fontaine are a lot different than the light novels you see from Yai Publishing House. Both have their merits, but Paimon thinks this style of novels are more— well, novel. It's so exciting to reach the moment when the mystery is uncovered, especially in the one Paimon was just reading. You should buy a copy and read it too. Oh, sorry about that. Paimon will be more careful next time. Yes, so let's go ride the aquabus! The opera at Clez. What a place to hold a performance! No wonder Linny and Lynette were looking forward to it. Huh. Looks like there's a lot of people standing around the fountain up ahead.
Oh, Archon. Please.
I don't know why you always feel the need to ask so much. I'll be happy as long as our child is healthy and lives a peaceful life.
I guess if they're our kid, then there's no doubt they'll turn out smart.
Maybe this is one of the customs and
Vache.
What's wrong?
Vache. Vache.
No, Paimon didn't say anything.
Welcome to the Fountain of Lucine. All the water flowing through Fontaine converges here.
Lynette! You scared Paimon! What did you get?
Lenny asked.
Right.
What do you mean? There are a lot of people here right now.
Hey, you're not trying to scare Paimon, are you? Besides, it's the middle of the day. It's not the time for eerie.
I see. I might be able to tell you some. In fact, you might not be imagining things at all. I suspect that what you...
It's because of her...
When do you cry,
Wait, what?
Just answer me.
When Paimon's really sad? Oh, and when Paimon...
Then you should understand that tears contain your most... Like I just mentioned, the Fountain of Lucy. So maybe what you heard was the intense emotion.
So, what did the voice say? If you were...
Rather than worrying about them, don't let that calm look of his...
Oh, right.
Who else deserves to take the stage more than Lady Farina?
Traveler and Paimon, good to see you. I knew you two would come.
Are you kidding? We wouldn't miss it for the world. We've been looking forward to it.
I can tell, judging by how early you've arrived. But you're actually right on time. The audience still hasn't started and... The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations.
Ooh, front rows!
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep...
Hey, Lenny! Could you come over here and take a look?
Oh, I'll be right there. Seems there's an issue with the stage props over there.
Yeah, we'll just go to our seats. You go ahead, Lenny. Hey, Traveler. Maybe we should strike... Ah, you little...
Excuse me. I did not realize you felt... I would be perfectly happy to chat...
Oh, wait, that's not it, Paimon's. Sorry. Paimon's the... Oh, Paimon's got it.
A friend, you say? Well, if Mr. Linney would like to be my friend, I would be more than happy to reciprocate.
Oh, so you're not friends with... Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Vaude.
It is an honor to meet you two. And as required by proper etiquette...
Oh, Monsieur Nervillet. What an honor it is to have you here to see my show.
Ah, Mr. Linney. I should say it is in fact an honor for me to see your performance in person.
Wait, Nervillet? Could he be...
I saw you all chatting just now, but it seems you still don't know who Monsieur Nervillet is. Allow me to introduce you to Fontaine's Chief Justice. That seat is always reserved for him. It wouldn't be too much to say that he's the symbol of justice and honesty here in
Whoa! Sorry!
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work. Nearly every person has their usual reserved seat, so I'm not so special, really. And by the way, I should probably... There's someone sitting up there in the VIP seats that has been striking a pose for quite a while now. I believe she is trying to give you a most elegant... So I think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later. Otherwise...
Huh? Oh, it's Farina, the Hydro Archon. Huh. She sure has a smug and satisfied look on her face. Guess she has no idea that you saw right through her act.
Very good. That is for the best. No need to pay her any more attention.
Huh? So is this what things are like between the Chief Justice and the...
All right, please wait just a moment longer.
Yay! The show's finally about to start! Paimon can hardly wait! Paimon's never seen a real live magic show before! Oh! They're dimming the lights! The show must be starting! Sorry. Paimon will try to stay quiet.
Welcome, one and all, to the Opera Epiclese. I am the star of today's show, Linny. And over here is my sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please, let's give her a warm welcome.
Hello, everyone.
I know she may seem to be a little sleepy right now, but that's just a sign that she's nervous.
Whatever.
Now, some of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers performing magic is not true magic at all. So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to do with what you will witness on the stage today. Both Lynette and myself have removed our visions for the show.
Oh, good point.
Now, without further ado, let the show begin. Lynette will now exit the I know you might miss her, but don't worry. She'll be... Oh, and before I forget, you never know what can happen in the blink. A magician's greatest skill is making things disappear or appear. The possibilities are endless. But this isn't what you came for. These little tricks, you've seen them all before. So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think? This one's a little tricky. Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes. It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top. Oh no! I told them to check all the props carefully. With the lid on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do. Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Uh-huh.
If we could see easily through his tricks, then that would mean that his skills are still... To appreciate magic, you should focus on the show happening on stage, rather than getting caught up in trying to see that which has been intentionally hidden.
Guess you're right. Paimon couldn't believe her eyes when Lynette reappeared. Amazing!
Thank you everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed that performance. But our magical journey has only just begun. I've prepared even more astonishing surprises for everyone here. The magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen. I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was in which case, I have So, for my next trick, I will require the participant. Please, if my assistants could bring up... There are 2 boxes and only 2 boxes. One is here. I'm sure many of our clever audience members have already guessed our next magic trick. A swap! Our lucky audience member and I will each enter a magic box. After 1 minute, we will each emerge from the opposite box. Now please, everyone pay very close attention.
Wow! Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lenny...
The lucky audience member will be generated by this. It selects numbers entirely at random. Now then, let's be... let me see... Oh, row 7, seat 3. Congratulations! You now have the chance to experience magic firsthand for an entire minute. Please, come forward. My assistant will take you beside the magic box. I'm sorry, it might be a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. We've carefully arranged everything for you to be as comfortable as possible. You don't need to do anything, but no matter what strange things may happen, don't come out of the box. If the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might end up? You might even find yourself in the Fortress of Meropide.
Oh, okay.
All right. Before I enter the magic box, there is one more thing I need to ask the audience to do. Could you all give me a countdown? Like this. 60, 59, 58. Just keep counting down. You can go a little faster or slower if you like. I won't be able to see anything in the pitch-black box, so I'll be relying on your voices to know when time is up. Oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count from 60 in just 30 seconds, then I'll be in a tough spot.
after hearing him say that!
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eyes. You still can't be trusted. Let's practice together. Come on, repeat after me.
60! 50!
That's right, perfect. Keep it going.
54, 53, why aren't you counting, Nervilla?
I am counting in my head. Merely a consequence of my identity and personality. Do not worry about me. Just enjoy the
Oh, alright. You look so serious. 40! 39!
Mr. Linney, are you all right in there?
Yes, I'm fine. It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong...
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem nervous. What was that noise? Did you hear it too? Not sure. Anyway, it doesn't seem... 25! 20!
What's wrong, Mr. Linney?
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration.
Never mind the decorations!
No, that's unacceptable.
19!
It seems things aren't quite going as planned. It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. I know 10 seconds and...
10!
Almost there now. Whew. Swapping two people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait! Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? No, that's not it. I'll try again.
7!
Hey, slow down! Honestly!
5! 4! 3!
Whoops! That doesn't count!
0!
Ta-da!
Mr. Linney, you're going to use magic to fix...
What happened?
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl was still in that box, right?
This performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guards, secure the seat.
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident, then we must investigate the cause. But if this was all part of some scheme, then those accountable will not escape the judgment of the God of Justice!
No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough. Unfortunately, the person who is in the magic box has been pronounced dead. His name... Apparently, the fireworks on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank, which then caused the tank to fall onto the stage. As of now, we are still not sure why, and after an initial search of the area, the guards have confirmed it appears that this incident was not merely some and there are many indications that it is connected.
The serial disappearances case?
That's the case that Charlotte mentioned.
I know the truth. I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Linney, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearance.
Huh? Why me?
Oh, this all occurred during your magic show, did it not? Now that I think about it, that whole speech about magicians making things disappear was nothing.
That can't be right. He was in the box on the stage the entire time. Besides, before the show, he told us that he would like to catch the criminal behind the disappearances. He couldn't possibly mean...
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina, May I assume that your comments just now constitute an accusation against...
I just think that he... Well, but what Lady Farina said just now makes perfect sense.
A kidnapping and murder carried out on a...
That's right. I mean you, Traveler. You'll support Lynn. But with Linny's help, our little duel ended in a draw. So, no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and loser. And what...
It wasn't a draw.
I understand. Well, Traveler, seems Lady Farina has set you in her sights. Are you willing to act as Mr. Linny's attorney? Very well. Linny and his troop are all put... The audience may begin to leave in an orderly fashion.
A day isn't that long. Let's see what...
Linny!
Sorry about everything that happened just...
Of course!
Yeah, I'm a little shaken up. I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. Tell me, do you think I understand? Even I'm not sure what happened, so I can only... I'm sure everyone sees me as the biggest suspect at this point. But if you ask, I don't know whether what happened there on the stage was purely an accident or not. And I don't know why poor Cal was in the box. As for how that girl chosen from the audience could suddenly disappear... Even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself couldn't pull all that off in just 1 minute.
Which is precisely why we need to investigate. As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible. Paimon bought them when we were reading at the bookshop in the city earlier. Don't worry, Paimon used her own savings to buy them.
I think they look cute on you, Paimon.
You have good taste, Lynette.
That's the right attitude. But with the guards watching our every move, it's going to be especially difficult. Good thing you agreed to be our attorneys.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, just like... Oh, since we're going to start investigating...
Oh, well... I'm afraid that would
The secrets behind our magic are past saving.
I suppose you're right. The truth... 'Tis truly a pity. As a magician, our magic show is a work of art. But if revealing our secrets will help you uncover... We should go somewhere else if we're...
Alright, let's go have a look while the investigation teams are still here. Hello, officer. How's the investigation going?
I see. You must be the traveler that Lady Farina mentioned. Listen, I'll be perfect.
Huh? What do you...
Come with me and you'll see. The deceased is one of Linny's assistants, named Cal. Even though he hadn't joined the troupe long, he was hardworking. The assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props. As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell. This is the real mystery. We've already searched the scene and were unable to find any traces of the girl. However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes holding the tank were then burned by the pyrotechnics on stage, causing them to snap. All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to see this as a mere accident. If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned, and Linny is the most likely person to have access to all these areas.
But he doesn't have a motive!
Are you both good friends of his?
Well, you can't say we're good friends, but we've known each other for a little while.
So in just a short time, he was not only able to win your trust, but even convince you to act as his attorneys. I know there's no such thing as magic. The real trick of a magician is holding the audience in the palm of their hand. I've seen a lot of cases, and I can tell you that people are the least reliable kind of evidence. Sorry, I tend to be pretty straightforward. Just know. Anyway, you may investigate the scene of the crime yourselves.
Whoever the murderer... Why would it be him? So this is the... The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks? Why are you suddenly so serious, Traveler? Whoa. Look! Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left. Huh. So if a rope... Wait! Paimon...
I see that you're investigating the area. If you find any new and...
We don't have too many thoughts.
Then why don't I
The thud?
Yes, exactly. It wasn't terribly loud. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Linny's trick with bated breath. I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Linny's accomplice, Lynette. And when the pyrotechnics went off, she cut the...
Wait, wasn't the noise...
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particular... Oh, that's true.
That does remind Paimon, though. What was with that sound?
Linny's still talking to the guards. I think someone will be assigned to...
Hey, you! Yes, both of you! Over here!
Huh? You mean us?
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who wish...
Well, you're right on the more about that one, but who are you?
From mediating disputes and providing and I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president. Though those who play by our rules call me boss.
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Melus. Demoiselle's various daily needs and affairs are under my purview.
Huh? Boss.
Well...
My apologies, Demoiselle.
No need. You don't have to...
Okay. If...
All merely trifling... That's right. I've always kept an eye on the serial Judging from the look of things, I find
Really? We think so too, but how did...
Intuition, naturally. Farina sure was quick to point the finger at Linny without... But that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the Justice had to interrupt her and ask if she... Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And, of course, there was no...
Sounds more like you...
Well, what's your opinion?
All right. I've answered your question.
Wait a minute. Did that answer?
Well, I say it does. But in your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like...
Well...
And why would that be? See, Silver and...
Most astute of you, demoiselle. I, too, think that no matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectation, that if that can be done, boss...
All right, that's quite enough, Maloose. Anyway, now, I need to make some preparations.
Wait! Since when did we...
Oh, well, I can...
That's more like it.
Far be it from me to brag, but I believe that Demoiselle's intuition will be instrumental. You wish to save a friend from false accusations, and we wish to...
You have a point. And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've...
I have nothing to...
Oh.
We'll be making some preparations.
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or...
No, we're not leaving. Were you always guarding this?
Yes, after the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone... So, the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least, not from that point on. I doubt there was much opportunity that...
How can you be so sure?
Well, because I was... Charges. I couldn't see Linny, but still, we Melody.
So, it's safe to say... Alright, thank you for your help. This'll be...
The investigation team has some...
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat? You think the murderer would have...
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation.
You're trying to help them?
Lenny used the machine to pick a random member of the audience. Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine.
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all. I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat, regardless of whether it's a trial. In other words, Linny knew who would be sitting...
That much checks out.
Bet you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Linny.
Even though it's bad for Linny...
Oh, this location has also been cordoned off because the seats were all booked in advance. So we were able to deduce that... Sure, it's not like this is confidential information. We will... Her name is Halsey. She's a painter from... Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been... The Magic Troupe members all claim not to know her. We have looked into her social connections. It seems that she has no personal grievances or conflicts of interest with the suspects. Simply put, she wasn't related to the Magic Troupe at all.
Were the victims?
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were all young women of around the same age range.
Okay then.
No need to be so formal. It is of utmost importance that...
We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Lenny's discussion with the guards is going. Let's go see, shall we? Ooh, things are getting interesting, huh? We're about to see how...
Understood. Then I will be going with you.
Very good. Thanks for being so agreeable.
You may spare the pleasantries.
You've arrived. Who's this?
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower. Sorry, and these are my companions. Would you mind if they...
Fine.
Oh, new helpers?
Well, let's just say we're...
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world. But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here? I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will... Ah, good eye.
The back? You mean...
Very good indeed. I thought the back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board. So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get? Exactly.
Oh, so there was a passageway under the magic...
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as you saw this place. The 2 magic boxes are positioned right above the... See this? The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled...
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box...
I see. So that...
Precisely. The inner...
So that's how you did it!
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store... The audience member would only be...
Right! You were talking that whole time!
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used. My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand.
And what about Lynette?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh!
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant. And, by the way, I was the one who...
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who. And that's my favorite part of this trick. Only Lynette and I can...
So that's how it all worked!
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box on the trolley could finish a set. And then I walk out. But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member.
We really don't know how that happened.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. And yet, to think that someone was able... Could we have a look around?
This is the scene of the crime. So Linny and Lynette are not permitted to stay.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now.
Thanks, everyone.
Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh?
Perhaps it was a prop for a different trick.
Whatever it is.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Speaking of which...
Oh! Paimon knows! It's one of the... And here's a broken vase!
That can't be. Oh, these are the clothes that... Her clothes are here, but she's nowhere to be found.
Right! And do you really... Ugh, this is so confusing! What is this place?
It seems someone could fit through here.
Alone, perhaps. But if they...
But there are no other ways in or out of here. Oh, you're right! Let Paimon write that down. Seems we're just about done investigating down here.
Yes, let's head back up. Well, we've ascertained the state of the crime scene. Let's find a place to sort out our findings once Malus returns. It seems to me that there are several things that don't add up here.
Apologies for the wait.
So, what did the guards say? Did the criminal...
They believe the odds of that are... The guards have checked.
So the tunnels become like a
In other words, the...
Charges?
That's right. This is how a trial goes. That's right. The statements from both sides, to put it simply...
This also precludes any kind of...
Once both sides, then, finally...
Huh?
In practice, there is... yes, the... Because we've chosen to act as the twins' proxies.
They're concerned that we might be colluding with outside parties, or that we might find outside help to disrupt the case. And even if that were not so, it could prove problematic if we happen to spread key information about the case ahead of time.
I'm ready to break out at any time.
Whoa! There's no need for that!
Of course. I just hope you don't...
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. I mean, what better way to properly think through our findings than over some tea and sweets?
Huh. Breaking out suddenly doesn't seem like such a bad... Just kidding! Just kidding! Paimon will...
What do you mean, no snacks? Of course we'll have snacks. If we cannot buy some, then we'll simply make some.
Huh?
Understood, demoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
Wait, you're carrying a...
Yes, I must be prepared to meet the demoiselle's beak.
I have eggs, sugar, and almonds at the ready.
Good work, you two.
These three are quite the interesting... And Paimon thought it smelled good while... From the way you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around, Paimon thought you'd have them do more during the baking process. But you ended up doing the entire thing by yourself.
I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging smile.
Paimon was just...
Well, don't underestimate beating it. Anyway, give the...
Only...
Well, eating too many sweet treats might send all that sugar to...
Tea is ready to be served as well. No need for concern.
All right, then. Down to business. However, we can assume that the magician twins could have committed the crimes, of course, but they lack any logical motive.
Exactly! Why would they do such a thing? thing, right?
The flower vase and the thud we heard during the performance could indicate, resulting in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her clothes, and her abduction. Perhaps the criminal thought that since she was chosen from the crowd, she would be too easy to identify if she was still wearing the same clothes.
Paimon thinks that makes sense, but the real...
True. But the only people left to consider are both technically victims. Whether it's the missing girl, Halsey, or poor Cowl.
Huh. Could Halsey have secretly made modifications to the magic props in order to murder
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the setup, she wouldn't, nor does she have any motive. The guards said that she has never had any dealings with the magic troop's member.
Were we not from the sound of things, this is your macarons are amazing though, Navia. They smell...
They are...
What? 5? Oh, that can't be right. Paimon...
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few less sweets might actually be a good thing.
No. Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough. Wait, even you don't believe if Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then may they turn into stone in her stomach.
All right, Maloose, set up...
Huh?
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course?
Exactly. We don't want to...
As you wish,
And I have the egg, sugar, and almond.
Well, then...
Well, that's it for snack time. I don't know what we're... It would be awkward if you got all...
Alright, thanks, sweet...
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Maloose, it's time to go. I'll be back if I find anything.
Alright, it's time to put our heads together. We've got to get our defense ready for the trial. Oh, it's probably gonna be a long and difficult case. There's no point in worrying about that now. We just need to prepare. Here, take Paimon's notes. They should help you review the situation.
Okay. Why do I have to write so many papers? Why?
Impossible things don't just happen.
Just relax. Even if everyone else suspects Lenny and Lynette. Besides, I doubt Farina understands any more about what happened than we do.
Thanks, Navia.
Best of luck to you.
Ah, finally, you're back. Well, how did your...
To be honest, you might...
No. We're already very...
Well now, don't you all look disappointed? That was to be expected, of course. But don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed should you, my most...
Since both parties are present, I declare that the trial regarding the magic show incident is now in session. Firstly, in order for the audience to understand the causes and results of the incident, could we...
Yes, of course. I will explain while Lynette demonstrates on stage. All the necessary items have been prepared.
Thank you, Mr. Linney. In that case, you ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the trick began, and thus could not have committed the crime. Is this correct?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
In that case, I call upon the prosecution.
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Linney is clearly lying. There is no way you could have been in the box the whole time if you were to abduct Halsey and...
That is simply your hypothesis based on the presumption.
Oh, is that so? And if I...
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of course. That's how I kept track of the time and built anticipation for the finale.
And you didn't hear anything else?
No.
I see. But when the count reached 30 seconds or so...
Huh?
Hey! Hang on!
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise.
I was right by the box, and I definitely...
Look at those scales. Could those mean...
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, of course, I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundation... Tell me, aren't
the House of the Hearth?
No wonder they did something like this.
So the serial disappearances were the Fatoui's doing.
I've got a feeling that what happened on stage probably...
That's irrelevant. Our identities have...
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell us your first priority is to prove yourself innocent after all. The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my, don't they look flabbergasted? Now comes the... good thing I made all those preparations.
Hey, Linny!
Order! Order! First, when the thud was heard, are these... Please answer my...
I'm sorry. Yes, they're true.
I knew it!
Well, that's it. We might as well move on to the sentencing already.
What should we do now?
Granted. In that case, what is your request?
Is that really necessary?
The defendant deceived their own attorneys. What is there left to discuss?
Order! Your request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn.
So you would stick to Mr. Linney's defense even after... In that case, my dear...
Well, this is awkward. I didn't think... I'm sorry.
Yeah. Paimon doesn't know. We based our entire reasoning on the... Not to set the wrong tone or anything, but Paimon...
I'm very sorry. I know you've clashed with the Fatui several times before, but our organization is very, very large, and the Harbingers...
Right now, we want to save people. As many as we can.
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes... I knew if it weren't for our respective identities, That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you, but chose to hide some details. The truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything would... Right. So, you be the judge. Heck, if I were you, I fear that I'd even struggle to trust me at this point. You met a Fatus who works as a magician, a trickster by trade. All by coincidence, too. But still, I'm asking you to trust me.
Sorry. Well, you both say that, but... Right. Let's hear you...
Of course. I'll answer. We've been trying to find out how the Oratrice operates. We want to know why it has a consciousness. During our investigations, we learned that the machine's core is beneath it. From that moment on...
Is that why you needed a whole minute?
That's right. In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while I would only need 15 to get to the opposite box. So, after jumping into the tunnel, I accessed the Opera House.
That air vent was created during the construction of the tunnel.
Well, nothing. As soon as which should have been impossible, of course. That voice seemed to recognize me and tried to speak to me. On the way back, I saw the broken vase and the clothes on the ground. But the countdown after that, the homicide occurred just as you saw.
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
Because of that prophecy I told you about, of course.
That's the only way we can save...
So, there you have it. It was never my wish to proceed under this cloud of mistrust either. But like I said earlier, you can be the judge.
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
Okay,
Thanks for giving us a chance.
The current problem is that the scales are tipped pretty badly. If we want to refute the Hydro Archon's accusations, we're gonna need a seriously watered... Huh? Oh, Paimon thinks she gets what you mean.
Both parties have returned to their positions. When last we left off, Mr. Linney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact. Therefore, Lady Farina may continue stating her reconstruction of the events.
That took long enough. At this stage, let's revisit that scene from Linney's perspective. Countdown began, he entered the tunnel. When the flatbed trolley passed, he opened the box and got into an altercation with Halsey, which caused the loud thud. He did not realize that this sound could be Finally, he used the vase to knock her out! At this time, Cowell arrived, and so Linney proceeded to... Afterward, Linney passed... And there you have it.
Does the defendant's side have any objection?
The key to refuting Lady Farina is... Seems this won't... According to Linney, he left via the vent after entering the tunnel. See? Linney did not take... See? Linney went to the room.
When the countdown started, Linney did indeed go into the... But he immediately used a vent. Once he reached that area, the crime scene had already developed by the time he reached... Finally, he reached the... Paimon did it!
In other words, you believe that he knew nothing of...
That's right!
My reasoning?
If that's the case, then if Cowell hadn't entered the tunnel, who was the entire... Assuming that what you say is true, Linney only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance.
Oh.
That's right, you tell him! Oh, well, your denial is very... Of course You're saying that he wasn't?
Are you sure we don't need to give this more thought? That's right! Linny wasn't it. This means that when the crime happened, the same clue you used to disprove his alibi has now become...
What? To think you'd use such logic. Well then, if it wasn't Linny who committed the crimes, then who wasn't?
Could there have been a third person involved? Halsey is the missing person, and the deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's
that can...
Oh!
What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowell did, and how he went from would-be perpetrator... No one entered or left the opera house. The sound we heard may have come from a Linny was not in the tunnel at that... Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. So... The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. The deceased's name is Cowell. The deceased's name is Cowell. No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. Linny was not in the tunnel. The sound we heard may have come from a It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. Linny was not in the tunnel. The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's... The sound we heard may have come from... The sound we heard may have come from... No one entered or left the It would have been tough for both people to... The deceased's name is Cowell. The sound we heard may have come from... Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. So, there must have been some feet... The sound we heard may have... Halsey's clothing with... The sound we heard may have come...
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still having...
Look, since we're at a dead end, just like the trick as it transpired...
If only we knew how Halsey disappeared.
Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3 ends. And it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make a real life
Excuse my...
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Linny was not in the tunnel at... The sound we heard may have come... The deceased's name is... No one entered or left the opera house through its... The vase was not broken.
Lynette escaped from the... If there's a
How could a person ever be tricked? Magic tricks are all...
Even so, the truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of... Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him. But given that we aren't making much progress with the case...
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end...
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an... Guards, please step into the lounge and examine the personally...
We are still examining the items, but we discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell. The notebook in his backpack claims that the note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization. The notebook has many entries concerning safe usage of these fluids, in which one of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date. It is empty. The notes also state that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was... As such, we believe that the defense's hypothesis is, in fact...
You've got to be kidding!
Could something so ridiculous actually...
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a certain prophecy.
If people can become water, does that mean that the water... Wait just a minute. Could that mean...
Demoiselle, wait! What about your
Let's go. Just...
Order! Order! It is undeniable. Still, let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic, albeit with the understanding that Ms. Hall... Guards, please continue Mr. Linney, it appears your hypothesis is supported by the evidence.
Of course. Thank you. If we uphold this hypothesis, I believe that many of this case's seemingly unrelated clues can be connected...
Right! Like the metal hook! Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that...
The deceased's name is Cowell. I remember there was something else with it. The water from the primordial... Now it seems like the hook rope was... The rope that strung the... I remember there was something else within the... Lynette was in the magic box on... Lynette was in the magic... The rope that strung the water... Now it seems like the hook rope... I remember there was something...
Ahem! It's Ace Detective! In the original plan, Cowell would tamper with the... When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box. When the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial seed inside it would pour down and dissolve Halsey. Afterward, Cowell would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel, with the remaining evidence being covered up by the water tank on stage. But he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel.
That actually links together.
Oh dear, what do I do? Even I think they sound convincing now. Have I falsely accused an innocent person?
Now, it seems like the only point of contention remaining is the exact... His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who could...
On that note, the guards have just contacted me. I shall now invite him on stage.
Thank you, Your Honor. We were just and we found an identical
What?
That can't be. Does this not clear, my dear citizens? did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young woman at all. Indeed, having made modifications to the props beforehand, but upon his return, in cruel avarice, Lenny desired sole credit and prepared. Ultimately, he knocked Cowell out. Now, as much as... Am I right?
We've used up all the evidence we collected. Is this the end?
Oh no! Seems using the water as new evidence was too good a move.
I think we've all seen enough. I believe this is indeed... Now then, my good, no...
Excuse me, everyone!
Miss, I must ask you not...
Oh, come on. Don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupting, you know. I'll show you an amazing trick. What
No offense, miss, but miracles like...
Come on now, don't be silly. But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth? And wouldn't such... Come on, but as the magic makers and stars of the
I understand.
And voila!
Sorry.
Wait, isn't that Halsey?
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my... I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial. I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me. And then, before I knew it, she caught me.
That'll teach you to underestimate us three.
Where should I begin? Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. I heard that Lenny's show was gonna be a real thriller, but I missed the chance to buy a ticket, so that's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and there. But I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I barely got away. Lenny was the one who caught me in the act.
Hey, no wonder you look familiar. Lenny even mentioned that you were pretty skilled.
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then the number selector chose... He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was. So I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee. But then I got water poured on me for no reason, and then someone jumped into the tunnel to nab me. I wasn't going to take that lying down. There was nowhere to run from there, though, so I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing performance costumes. I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the scene and continued hiding inside the opera house.
Can a person even hide in there?
But I swear I didn't know that the water tank would fall down. Really, I swear it. Had I known that, I wouldn't have put him in the magic box. I may be a thief, but I'm no killer.
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
This time, we need to tell the entire... The strange sound wasn't from a fight. It was... The flower vase was not broken to cover anything up. Lillian was afraid that she would be wrecked.
Having been selected out of the blue, Lillian panicked. Her panic only intensified after she entered the tunnel and had water poured on her head. Hearing the commotion, Cowell, he did not know that Lillian was not from Fontaine, but was a thief who made her way in, mistakenly believing that the water from the primordial sea needed time. The two broke the flower vase during the struggle, but Lillian, with no way of escaping, she changed her... She knew that she would have to go through guard inspection if she tried to leave afterward.
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons. So, she swiped 2 of them right under our noses. Talk about a sneaky thief.
At this point, all the events that happened in...
So that...
Bravo!
Now then, Lady Farina, do you wish to speak against the defense's statements? Please answer the question, Lady Farina. Also, if I'm...
What? Are you reading? No, I have no further.
Wow! Look at that!
If there are no objections, then as the Chief Justice of Fontaine, the actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowell, selected his next victim from the audience reservation list. With some modifications to the selector, he could ensure that the pre-selected young woman would be chosen. To cover up any evidence while committing the deed, Cowell thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind after the young woman was dissolved. He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop and hide the watermark. He poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box and stuck it to the box's lid. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman to said box. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon containing the water. If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Lillian was not from Fontaine and thus fled the box with a loud noise. Realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel and met Lillian. Thinking that the waters had not yet taken effect, he decided to proceed. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic box, and thus became his own final victim. Lillian, according to her own statements, then changed clothes and hid until the performance ended, before hiding in other parts. As for Linny, he was in the underground structures within the Opera House. From this reconstruction of events, we can While there is much in Linny and Lillian's conduct that should still be investigated separate, this case, at least, can be handed over to the Oratrice to make the final decision. As such, Linny and Lynette are officially declared not guilty.
Great work, partners.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Next, I think we deserve an explanation, Guard Vaughn. How did you find the water from the
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake.
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's notes was not... I'm sure you know what you must do to lessen...
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a...
I was just following... We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Linny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to do so.
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, you have become a liability to said higher-ups, yes? Therefore, you would be wise to tell everything you know, and seek the protection of the guards.
Yes! I'll tell you everything I know. Our boss discovered that the water can cause it can also be made into a potion, which when extremely dilute... We've been in this business for a while now, and have made decent more off it. The disappearances were also the boss's idea. I mean, this is the boss we're talking about.
And now he can no longer talk.
Such ruthlessness.
An outrageous act. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
So, where you're just going back now? That's...
Traveler, Paimon! Please wait.
Lenny...
I know you may not want to speak to me right now. Maybe, but still. Let me thank you again for defending me to the end, I guess. But I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives or ill intent. I've spoken to you as myself, just plain. As for why I'm a Fatus, it's because the goals of the House of the Hearth align with those of an orphan like me. That was how Father, who you might know as the Knave...
A knave? The one who controls the House of...
That's right. And since we're here, I was wondering... Back when our parents first died, Lynette and I were left to survive. I took to surreptitiously observing an older street performer who did magic. It took me several days to figure out how he pulled off his amazing tricks. I took my sister through several streets until we found a crowded corner. To my surprise, we proved to be pretty popular, and we could at least stop worrying about where our next meal would come from for a time. But I didn't want my sister to remain a street rat together with me forever. Before long, an aristocrat came to me and claimed...
So you went from orphans to nobility?
That was how we felt at first, too. As if fate was on our side, But I gradually discovered that while we were called foster children, he was really after my talent for He would constantly take me to all sorts of banquets to garner attention, which he would then use to expand his social circle.
That doesn't seem too bad either.
It took after one particular performance at a banquet. I waited a long time after we returned home, but she did not come back. The answer he gave me was, she caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over as a gift. I mean, you'll be able to perform your magic regardless of who your assistant is, yes?
Oh no. But what in Fontaine's
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relation. I managed to ferret out the location of the mansion of that so-called eminent person and hurried through the night. All I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood.
So, she'd already...
That's right. She had rescued my sister before she could come to any harm, and had even discovered several girls hidden in a basement. Father, the Knave, the House of the Hearth welcomes you, for your interests align with ours. Here, none will ever betray you. I was hesitant to trust her, but she was also quick to destroy the noble who had taken us in at first, giving us back our freedom.
Oh, so that's how the two of you...
She has her own... She has gained permission from the Tsaritsa to first use the Gnosis's power once she obtains it. She plans to use it to find a way to break the prophecy and save Fontaine.
So, she believes in that...
That's right. The whole House of the Hearth is currently working to combat that crisis. Today's case has also proven that people from Fontaine can indeed dissolve into some sort of water, thus further supporting the prophecy. All of us house members here, Lady Arlecchino herself included, are from Fontaine. We won't give up on defending our homeland. To us orphans, the only connection we have left to this world, apart from our family, is our homeland.
So, from small deeds like distributing...
It's all right. I understand. I just hope you can understand that even as a member of the house, I have never stopped making my... If you should need anything at all in the future.
Bye, Linny!
Hey there. What was with the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended?
Were you looking for us, Navi?
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? I do feel that we're getting closer to solving the serial disappearances case, though. Don't you think so, too? Huh? What's wrong, my dear partner?
Besides, are you sure we're the ones who can crack a case that's been cold for decades given that there's new evidence from the trial, there should be a trail of...
Ah, I see. Well, I won't lie. Sorry. I might have been too...
Don't say that.
Ah, and we were having so much fun investigating with you, too. It was like having new waters flowing into a stagnant mire, causing... sorry about that. Wait, shall we have a farewell meal? You know, to come...
Huh? Do we really need to get...
Well, I'd just like to have a proper ending to... Anyway, it would just be a meal.
You don't have to twist Paimon's arm.
Oh, wonderful. In that case, why don't we return to the Court of Fontaine and head to the Hotel de Boer? I believe we'll...
All right, then. Let's have our farewell meal.
A blade and...
Add Astro. Thank you for complete. A blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its true quality.
Time itself is a silent song.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
Come on, don't keep me waiting.
Not now!
Brace yourself! This is gonna hurt! Who's next?
My guiding star!
Whirling snow! Water jet!
Stars, shine for me!
My apologies!
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Don't be scared. The night is cold.
Take flight.
Not now.
Amateur mistake.
My guiding stars!
Whirling snow!
Stars, shine!
Sakura swirl! So rude!
You can run, but you can't hide.
Cole, line to command.
Take flight! Wipe out!
The night is cold.
My apologies!
Don't be scared.
Riptide!
Embrace the ice! Whirling snow! Take flight!
Stars, shine for me. My guiding star.
Go! Whirling snow! Sakura swirl!
You can run, but you can't hide.
Scorching hot days and freezing cold nights.
Let's go gather some samples.
Behold, the Prinzessin der Verurteilung.
I'll take good care of everyone.
Don't tell me they did it again.
No rest for...
Our bond is strong!
I'll uproot you! One with the forest.
Ready, go! You Blake, you're up!
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Can't see? One with the...
Oh, it's perfect! Don't be scared!
Dissipate! I'll settle this!
I hear everything! One thing after another!
Our bond is strong!
You Blake, you're up!
As you wish, main Fräulein.
Enshroud! uproot you!
Pain, pain, go away! Don't be scared,
Stand with me! Lightning,
One thing after another! I hear everything! Can't see?
our bond is strong!
I'll uproot you! And shroud!
ready, go!
Out of my way! Stand with me!
I hear everything!
By royal decree! Our bond is strong!
Keep up! One with the force! I'll uproot you!
Lightning terrified!
Hey, go away!
Let's nip that in the bud.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
I'll settle this.
Stay put!
Can't see? I hear everything. One with the forest. Keep up. Yeah.
New punch locking today.
And shroud. Take that. Let's nip that in the bud. Need. Yeah. Take that.
All right, it's my turn.
I'll take You want this? Time to work.
Ready, go! Don't be scared!
Now you're testing my patience.
I hear everything.
As you wish, maid Fräulein.
Oh, goodness gracious. Our bond is strong. Stay put.
One with the force.
Will meet.
One thing after another. Yeah.
Lightning Sheriff.
I'll uproot you.
I'll be back.
By royal decree.
Don't be scared!
Dissipate.
And shroud.
I'll be. That's good enough. You are not welcome here.
Shadow Raven. Let night fall.
Stay put!
Who do you think you are?
I'll settle this. Our bond is strong.
Let's nip that in the bud. One with the force. Excuse me? I'll bury you!
Where do you think you're going?
Go get it, Uglay! Uglay, you're up!
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Can't see? I hear everything.
Stand with me. Out of my way. Things of odd. I'm getting sick of this.
And shroud.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Lightning Shuriken!
I'll uproot you!
I summon! Don't be scared!
Where do you think you're going? Of the jungle!
One with the force.
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Your journey
No
ends
rest for target
Our bond is strong! I'll settle this!
Go! You Blade, you're up!
I'll bury you!
Where do you think you're going?
Let's nip that in the butt.
Shadow Raven! Let night fall!
Of the jungle!
Can't see?
Pounded to the ground!
Lightning Terrified! The storm!
I hear everything.
Lord of Sand, your sacrifice is
Where do you
real.
think you're going?
Where do you think you're going?
Stand with me!
Don't be stubborn!
Bury and shroud.
Hey, go away!
Of the jungle!
I summon! Our bond...
One with the force.
Where do you think you're going?
Let's nip that in the bud.
Wings of Darkness! Come, sever next... I'll settle this! Stand with me!
You Blade!
Who do you think you are?
No rest for the wicked. Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Our bond is strong!
Don't be scared!
I'll uproot you! And shroud!
I'll be back. I'll be back.
This way!
Ready, go! You Blade!
Lightning Shuriken! I summon thee!
But we'll meet again.
Don't be afraid to make mistakes. It's all...